Hello there, healthcare workers. My name is Tony Estevez, and I'm here to bring a little bit of play into your day. But before I get cracking on that, I first of all want to acknowledge you for all of the amazing work that you do. I know that you work a lot of long shifts, and this has been a particularly big time of change at the moment, and I'm just forever grateful for the great work that you do. Thank you. I'm here today because I'm a play-based facilitator in Calgary. I'm a part of a circus troupe called Cirque de la Nuit, and that's why I'm all dressed up in costume here, is because I like to bring my characters, I like to bring play to my workshops, and that's what I'm going to do today. I'm the creator of the Talk to More People project, which was an initiative to meet one new stranger a day for a year, and I'm proud to say that Talk to More People book will be coming out this fall. Specifically, how are we going to play today? We're going to learn to juggle. So this is a little bit of play that you can bring into your day, if you choose to, when you have a moment back at home. And I'll touch on a couple of points around meeting people as well towards the end of this little tutorial. Now this will be a sped up tutorial in light of the time restrictions that we have, so please do pause the video at any time when you need to practice one of the steps. The first step is to take one ball. And you're going to take one ball, or at home you might choose a lemon or a lime, a firm fruit if you can find one, and you're just going to pass it to the other hand. Okay? Keeping your elbows nice and loose. Give that a try. Step two is, of course, we're going to grab two juggling balls. But the really fun thing is here, we are not actually going to catch them. You might be nervous that you're going to have to catch them, but at this stage, you're not. Before we get into working with the two balls, I'd like to do something I call the 1 second break. And the 1 second break just involves taking a breath for about a second. And it's like this. And you can do that in between each of your attempts to do the juggling, and we will find that it's actually quite effective in helping you get grounded and being able to proceed. This also works in many other areas of your life beyond juggling, if you fancy giving breathing a try. So what we're going to do here with the two balls is we're not going to catch them. We're going to make mistakes on purpose. And by that I mean you're going to throw them both up, but they're not going to hit the ground. You're not going to catch them. You're going to allow them to just drop. So if you're right-handed, start with your right hand. Right, left, drop, drop. Don't catch them. Give that a try and do it 10 times for us. Right. Next. Can you guess what the next step is? What's that? Try catching the balls? You're so smart. Wonderful. Indeed, that's the next step. So what you're going to try to do now is take that 1 second break, and you're going to allow yourself to catch the juggling balls. And by this, I mean, I don't want you struggling and reaching and overextending yourself to catch the juggling balls if they're going all over the place, which they might. What I'd like you to do is allow yourself to catch them if they're in the neighborhood. If it's within range for you to accomplish this goal, allow yourself to easily do it. You might catch one, you might catch two, you might catch none of them. And at this stage, it completely doesn't matter. So take a breath and allow yourself to catch two balls. Once again, pause the video and give this a try. See if you can do that consecutively 2 or 3 times. It probably will take several minutes or maybe even days before you can do that, and that's okay. See if you can do it a few times. Right, the next step with 3 balls, can you guess what we're going to do here? Once again, we're going to make mistakes on purpose. And by that, I mean you're not going to catch the balls. Whew, what a relief. Just allow yourself to drop them. It's a really fun part of the learning process with juggling and with a number of other things that we have to learn in life. Is you got to stumble through it sometimes and just accept that's the way it is. If you're right-handed, you're going to start with 2 in your right hand. It's going to look like this. Throwing just about the top of my head or top of my hat. Throw, throw, throw. Drop, drop, drop. Give that a try and do that 10 times. How did it go? Did you go through 10 times? Did you resist the temptation to catch one if it was within range? I hope you did, but I know that not all of you did. A lot of times we try to catch something, we try to skip a step because we think it might accelerate our learning, but in fact, when it comes to learning to juggle, you're much, much better to embrace that making mistakes on purpose and allow the balls just to hit the floor. Now is your chance to allow yourself to catch the balls. Throw, 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 catch, catch, catch. It certainly may not be so smooth when you start, but that's okay, because you're okay with making mistakes. You're okay with taking that 1 second break. The final step to juggling is to just continue. It doesn't stop. It just keeps on going. And the nice thing is that you can just go back a step or two if you need to, so that you can be comfortable learning these steps and getting to the stage where you can do all this fun stuff. But that doesn't happen overnight. So now you've got the skills to learn how to juggle. One quick point I'd like to offer before we say goodbye on meeting strangers, because it's really, really good for your mental health to meet people, is that you can use an object that you see in the periphery as your opportunity, as your excuse to connect with someone. This is a technique that sociologists call triangulation. And you're basically making a triangle between the object that you see, that interesting piece of public art, yourself and the other person. And you can turn to them and ask them a question. Hey, have you ever seen this before? That's a really common way that people get into conversations all the time, and you can play with that if you so choose to, if you feel like bringing new people into your life as a little social experiment. Well, that's all I've got for today. So I'm going to wrap things up by reminding you to be playful when you can. Maybe take up a new skill, such as learning how to juggle. Use this triangulation technique and ask questions to meet new people, to bring new people into your life, which can be a phenomenal, phenomenal enhancement. And finally, don't be afraid to take that 1 second break, that breather, when you're learning a new skill, or when perhaps you just need to, of course, during a very busy, hectic workday. Breathing is a wonderful way to ground yourself and bring yourself home. Thank you so much for your time today. I'm Tony Estevez, and have yourself a lovely afternoon. Cheers.